Okay, you guys, I am so excited. We're almost done. We are almost done, and it's killing me. Only because I have to stop and do the videos because I don't want to put too much information on there for you guys. So, but anyway, check it out. Check it out. It's actually pretty psychedelic. Probably you can see here where I've painted it. I did use a little, let's see if you can see that. I used a Lumiere paint that I had. You can see a little bit there. Put it on random spots and just rubbed it in with my finger. This was that piece of paper that I wanted to stick on the side. Once I got it painted, the paper was a little bit too light and too yellow, so I did a wash of the same magenta with with a glaze. Just turning my little radio down. My dog is staring at me. Wonder what I'm doing here. Oh, I was trying to get him in the camera, but it's too zoomed in. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so excited. Alright, let me not get sidetracked. Alright, so again, I did a wash with, I say a wash, but I painted it with a glaze magenta paint mix, okay? So then I did that with that too, and then I glued it on with decoupage. Hopefully it's going to stay. I did, I think, 3 layers. And 1 layer on the whole book. Alright, pretty psychedelic. Okay, and then here's my inside. Now, I did go ahead and put my ribbon in only because my hot glue gun is way over there and I wanted you guys to see the gluing of the pages in over here at this angle. So, all I did to do the ribbon, okay, you guys, was, I'll zoom in here actually. I got my ribbon and I just cut it, I think 2 lengths of the book, and then I will later, after the book is in, I'll put it through there and see where I want to cut it off on the end. Alright, but all I did was I took the ribbon and I put a dab of hot glue on there and put the ribbon going this way. Okay? So you can see the end there. Put the dab of hot glue, put it on that way. Put another dab on top of this and folded this back over. Alright, to get it like that. Okay. Alright, so hopefully you guys can do that alright. So we are ready to glue in our signatures. Alright. Okay. I keep saying alright, I'm sorry. Okay. So here we go. I'm just going to lay them down like that. You guys are going to see that you'll have one that fits right where it's supposed to be. You guys see? Which is that side. And then this one doesn't quite fit, but once we glue it, you're going to pull it over. And it'll fit, okay? This is a tad bit tricky, but what I found with the PVA glue is you have enough time to fiddle with it. Let me see if I can come out one more. I was trying to zoom out. I guess I can't. Scoot over. I want you guys to be able to see this. It's really weird. Okay, I just learned something about my camera, is I can't zoom out when I've already zoomed in and started recording. Does that make sense? Hopefully you guys can see this. Alright, so again, PVA glue. Keep peeking back at my camera here. I'm sorry. You know what? I gotta stop saying I'm sorry. Because it's not really that I'm sorry. Okay, so what I do is, you're going to imagine where your page is going to go here, and it's going to go right over the other page that was already there. And you should be able to see it fairly easy with your, even though you painted. Alright, so I cover this side, PVA glue with the glue, and you can see it's not really, this is all I do. I put a big smooshing of it on there. You don't have to go too close to the edges because it will smoosh out. Reminding me that I didn't bring a baby wipe over here for my smushy fingers. Alright, anyway. So there you go. Hopefully you guys can see that. Again, with the PVA glue, you've got a little bit of time. It doesn't dry too fast. There's a big old smattering on there. So kind of roll it over here. Place it where you want it to go. And it down. You can see I already got glue squishing out. No big deal, squish glue. Look, and you guys, I put a lot on there. I probably didn't have to put that much on there, but I did. And again, my dog is like, Mommy, why are you talking to yourself? I'm not, I'm talking to you, boo-boo. Alright, I know you guys, I'm crazy. A little bit wackadoodle, which is alright. Trying to get that glue off, so I'm going to put that down. And what I then do is I actually put this down and I press down as well. I'm going to leave that for just a moment and grab a baby wipe. Alright, so just squish it, squish it, squish it. I'll pull that up so I can wipe off my little bits of glue. You guys, see, it's not that difficult, okay? It's great, isn't it? I'm telling you, I'm addicted. And I really like it too because it's such a good way to use paper. I mean, for me, because you know, there's some papers out there that are just so pretty, you hate to cut it up into a little piece. And I'm not a, you know, traditional 12 by 12 scrapbooker. And nothing against those that are, because it's great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with 12 by 12 layouts. Some of you guys do some amazing layouts that I'm like, why can't I think of that? But you know what? I just can't think of that. So you can see, I'm going to lift it up a little bit. It's on there. So I do let it dry for just a minute. A little bit of time. Like I said, I love this PVA glue. Really good. Now you can see here, so we're going to flip it over and check it out. You guys, it's great. I'm so excited. Okay. So what we're going to do with this is your spine's just going to fit right in there. You're going to pull this over. I'm going to try to tell you before I put the glue on, because what we're going to do is I put just a smidgen. I just put a little bit of glue here so that when it does go over, it'll be against this, which again, remember, that's not the spine of the book, that's just that little piece in there to give it that little extra oomph. Alright, so what I do is I put glue here, glue all over this page, and then just roll it over and place it there with that one. Okay? And when we're going to do that, just make sure you got it lined up with that. You want to make sure you get this piece of paper glued down completely first, and then let it get really good and secure. And then what I do is I close the book and I kind of push down on all my papers and everything and hold it there so that it'll get a connection with that spine underneath there. Okay? Makes sense, you guys? And you know what? I didn't cut off my little tails yet. You guys can if you want to. You know, they really don't bother me. I like them. I will cut them off a little bit here. Oop. I don't know if I moved this or what. So, there's a little trim, a little haircut. Okay. So, that's what we're going to do. Are you guys ready? Trying to make sure I get a full view here. So, remember, we're going to put some glue here. Again, I don't put a whole lot, just a little bit. You just want to make sure it gets a fairly good connection. And really, you can do the same thing we did earlier. If you just want to kind of rub it down there, you can. It's not going to hurt it any. I've already glued it. And then we do the same thing here. I'm going to try not to get too close there. Just give it a good coating. You guys should tell me if you're using something different than PVA glue, because again, you know, this is what I'm using and what I found that I like best. But, you know, I also want to be creative sometimes and don't have the supplies people recommend. So see with this PVA glue, you've got time. So just set it up there, kind of line it up. This side is a little trickier than the other side. Line it up there. Here. Trying to get it to go back there to that back side. You can see it's kind of squishing out. It kind of was coming off just a little bit, you guys, but like I said, the PVA doesn't dry so fast that you've got time to move it. Alright, so before we squish this, I want to make sure I get all the gluey edges off. We do that same thing. Squish it. Squish it, squish it. Okay. And then push down. You can do this, just push down on that spine like that. With this book, remember, because it was that glued edge that was not like my dictionary ones, you know, you guys didn't have the strings and everything, so it didn't have sewn signatures originally. So it was a bit tighter, because this isn't really I mean, I think this book was like from the 70s or 80s, but not really that old, and wasn't in bad condition, so it was still pretty tight to this back piece, the spine piece, the bookboard piece. So when I'm squishing down here, it's pretty tight to it already. It's not bad. Whereas my other book was, you know, had a pretty big gap between it, so I could see where it was going onto it, if that makes sense, you guys. Do you see that? Do you see that we have already glued our signatures into our book? It's great. It's great. See, check that out. Let's see how. If I get it in camera view there. Let's see it there, and you can see how tight that is right there. You guys, depending on what book, it might be a little looser, which is alright. No worries. Just the way the books are. Just making sure, you know, squishing it down on there to make sure it's got good contact for that glue to dry. And that's it, you guys. Look, this book is so psychedelic. And after I did all my painting and was letting that dry before I came back to do my signatures, you guys, I got all my little doodads and bits and bobs to put on the front. They're all ready and waiting for us. And that's what's got me so excited, because I have got a plethora of things. I have so many things, I'm not even sure I can fit them on here. I'm sure I can, but I got lots of different flowers and all sorts. So check that out, you guys. You can just flip through there. It's a book, you guys. You made a book. I'm trying not to be too loud because my husband is sleeping. And he's probably like the dog. Why is she talking to herself? Even though I did tell him I was making a video, because I told him not to sneak up on me, because, you know, I'll be all talking to you guys and he'll sneak up on me and scare the bejesus out of me. Alright? Check that out. It's a book. Look. That's it, you guys. It's a book. Now I am noticing, I will show you guys, because I used this paper, and this was from the DCWV Mariposa paper, the shiny paper. If you can see, it's kind of bubbly where the glue probably wasn't. So maybe if you've got a thinner, you know, you could have brushed your glue in a even way. Me, I don't stress about it too much. Because again, these pages will probably get covered with something too. So you can see it's like a little bubble. Not real too worried about it. It'll dry, it'll stay on there. Doesn't bother me. If it does bother you guys, if you make another one, just brush your glue out to cover it evenly. So check that out. I mean, you guys, that's it. Trim my little bookmark there. Do you guys feel like bookmarkers? I do. I do. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what you guys have come up with and what papers you used and everything. Look, we can't get the full effect. Ah, there we go. It's totally psychedelic. Okay, so hopefully you guys got that. How to put your, glue your papers in, and that's it, you guys. Let it, you can see there, you can see down here where, because I've been playing with it, it hadn't glued there, so I need to leave it alone. But anyway, so you want to hold that. I don't want to spend 5 more minutes standing here holding it to the spine. Again, just like that. So, on our next video, we will be putting on my little bits and bobs on the front. So we got to cover up all these pots and pans. Alright, so you guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Officially, you have a book. And I know it looks cool. I know it looks awesome. I know you guys did a great job. So, let me know how you guys are doing, coming along. And I will see you in the next video.